still Knicks fans. Welcome to the 2023 NBA playoffs, where your 5th seed New York Knicks will go against the 4th seed Cleveland Cavaliers in a 7-game series. Who will win this head-to-head matchup? Can Coach Tibbs prepare and motivate this young New York Knicks team past the hungry and talented Cleveland Cavaliers team into the second round of the playoffs? Will we see a resurgence of R.J. Barrett? Will Randall be healthy enough to lead the Knicks to a series win? And is JB ready for this moment? Will he continue to show signs of greatness? Ron and John want to talk about it. SKF Weekly begins now.
Let's go! We are back, baby. Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
We in the building.
What? Yeah!
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, I'm too hyped. It's Ron and John. We are back in the building, and our Knicks are up game 1-0. Let's go, Cleveland. Who? Let's go. Yes. Oh, man. John, how you feeling?
Seems like we got a lot of those answers, brother.
Yes, we did. I'm loving it, bro. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing well, man. Happy to be here. Back at it, right? Excited to be on today's show. We're just coming off a Knicks victory. It's an exciting time right now to be a New York Knicks fan. A very exciting time.
Yes, it is.
Looking forward to game 2, man. It's right around the corner.
Man, it's just so
8 o'clock Eastern.
So many good vibes. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern. So many good vibes, bro. The city is buzzing right now. You know what I mean? Shout out to CT. The streets is buzzing for real, bro. The Knicks have taken over New York City. Madison Square Garden was rocking everything around there. Listen, you guys know that I've been kind of trying to keep a low profile, but I did slip out for the first half. And I headed over to the MBK event. I said, what's up to everybody? I stood in the corner. I chilled for a little bit. And then, unfortunately, by halftime, I was like, I don't want to stick around. I don't want to take no chances. So I was out. But I had a good time while I was there. It was good to see everybody. Shout out to Simeon Russell, the podfather of NBK, for doing the damn thing and putting on another great event. But the city, I'm telling you, because the trains were so bad, I decided to just get off at certain spots and just walk the rest of the way. But everybody with Nick, the dude was selling fruit. He had a Nick hat on. I'm like, everybody was rocking, B. It was dope. It was dope.
That's what's up. I wish I was able to make it down into the city, but I got the family. You know what I'm saying? So I was,
I hear
doing
you,
my
I hear you.
Dad, what is it? What do you call me? Sports dad?
Sports dad. That's you.
Sports dad.
The worst part about it was when I left, they were up by 8, I think, going into the half. And then I said, damn it. I hope guys, listen, don't blame me if I leave and they start sucking. And of course, as soon as I left the lead, I was like, oh, no.
Happened.
I was like, what happened? But they got it back, man. Real good job. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys for being here. But before I holler at you guys, we acknowledge you guys. Thank you for being here. Want to just, give give some great kudos to not only my guy John here for his work and effort towards, you know, putting stuff together, but also our guy, it's I don't want to say it wrong. It's Duo?
Dub.
Dub. Sorry.
My guy Dub, you know what I'm saying? From Nothing Over
Dub,
Music,
Dub.
you know, who helped us create the
bad,
voiceover
brother.
for this intro, which was extremely, you know, heartfelt. And, you know, he reached out. He was like, yo, I would like to, you know, work with you on an intro for, you know, the playoffs. And I was like, all right, definitely, we got to put something together. So he put together the voiceover and put together the video edit for our new intros. Hope you guys like it, you know.
Yeah, man. Listen, I think it's phenomenal. I think these guys did a great job. Shout out to Dub, great voiceover, and John for you know his graphical talent and know-how. I think they did a great job. A nice little fresh look for the playoffs, and you know it's good to change it up sometimes, man. We like to be fresh.
Yeah, Dub was a family friend, right? He turned over our original intro for the start of the season, and we told everybody we were going to come back with something newer. We decided not to go with a rap because, you know, it's hard to keep things up to speed every time you're changing it. So, you know, we decided to do something a little different. But yeah, man, hope you guys like the new intros and, you know, appreciate you.
Yeah. Beautiful thing. So shout out to the chat.
We gotta also think, you know, our guy Jose who helped us out as a consultant for this, you know, although he's no longer with us on a day-to-day, he still came through and looked out, helped us with the graphical elements that we're seeing today, the backdrop.
That is true. That is true. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to do like a tribute video for everything Jose has done up until this point, but I don't want to make it seem like we'll never see Jose again or that he can't have any input. I mean, he's still SKF, you know what I mean? He got his own thing. Shout out to him. He got the gig, got the promotion. He's doing the damn thing, but he's always SKF. So shout out to my guy Jose. Let me give him a little ping. Let me see if I can
let's give him some. Let's give him some. We will always be contributing. You already know.
If I can find it.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. Let's go. All right. So shout out to Boogie Down BX is in the building. He said, "Not good, Knicks Nation." I'm concerned, Boogie Down. What you worried about? What's going on? Is it the Josh Hart news? What is it, bro? Let me know. Walter Blackman, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing all right. Good to see you as always. DSJ is in the building. Salute to you.
Yes,
Delano Steele Jr. is here, folks. Gerald
DSJ,
McIver.
I'm making my. Let him know I'm making my monthly appearance. I'm on.
Listen, man. Look, John's a sports dad now, man. We just have to understand. Look, sometimes life comes at you quick, and John gets it. Boy, does he get it?
It's coming. It's quick.
He's moving around, and dude, I'm telling you, it's one thing to be a sports dad in like the city. You know what I mean? Or in the 5 boroughs. But when you're a sports dad out of the 5 boroughs and you got to travel to different places and move here,
and back into the city from some of them as well.
Right. It's crazy, bro. I admire you, man. Keep doing it. I know it's for your kids and you'll do anything for them, but it's still rough. I hope they appreciate it. I know they don't yet, but one day they're going to, especially when they get older and they have kids. They're gonna be like, you know what? My dad used to take me here and here. He never said anything. He just did what he had. That's how it is, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Beautiful thing. Shout out to Geraldine McIver, the first lady of Still Knicks fans and the Knicks community. Let's go. Let's go. An extra. Let's go. Because the Knicks are up 1-0. Let's go. All right. Lion of Judah is here. Shalom, my brothers. Ron and John, blessings to all in the chat. Good evening. Good to see you, my brother. Shalom. So thank you guys for tuning in. Il Maddox is in the building. Salute. Let's go. He said Knicks, baby. That's right. William is in here all the way from Brazil. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. So we got a jam-packed show for you. We don't want to waste any time. It's a very busy Monday. You know, thankfully, the Knicks don't play today, so we can talk freely. But they are back in action tomorrow for Game 2. I can't wait. Hopefully we are healthy. I hope best case scenario is that Josh Hart is available to play and he is used sparingly and other guys really step up and have a good game so Tibbs can kind of sit him with the minutes and not use him too much. That's the best case scenario, but we'll see.
Right.
And thank you to DSJ, man. He said, if you haven't already, please hit that like button and support the channel. Share the stream on your social media platforms or word of mouth. Look at this guy, man. He's a really good dude, bro. Appreciate you, bro. All right. So first off, John, I got to tell you, I am very confident about the Knicks right now. One thing was very important. I was talking about it on Saturday on Know the Ledge. You know, we did the whole let's go look at the numbers, and it looks like teams who win game one in a series have a 80. They said 82%, but I'm just gonna say 80% or higher chance of. So it's very important to get that game one, no matter what happens. So it's good that the Knicks were able to get it. And I'm very happy that going into game two, the pressure's on the Cavs. So it's a beautiful thing.
It's great.
All right. So let me put up the game title slide. Basically shows you the final score. What happened here with these New York Knickerbockers and Cleveland Cavaliers. There you go, folks. That's it. New York Knicks defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers 101-97. You see who the lead guy was. Now, most people would say that Jalen Brunson was the man in this game. And don't get me wrong, Jalen Brunson was great. And if without Jalen Brunson, we lose. That's fine. That's understood and understandable. But also, without Josh Hart, we lose because not only did he play strong defense, he was everywhere. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. And you know what? They don't give you enough credit for hustle. Hustle can't be quantified. Yeah. This dude was everywhere, John. I mean, throwing his body. Part of the reason why he got hurt, but he's relentless. He's a bulldog, a pit bull. Okay?
Yeah.
And he's Johnny everywhere the ball was, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
It's incredible.
I agree, and he's done a terrific job coming in and just playing his role, right? Not asking to be a highlight in any part of the offense. He just wants to play his role, solidifies his bench role, right? Coming off the bench, being whether a 6th player off the bench or a 7th player off the bench, doesn't matter to him. He's more focused on getting the job done and playing crucial minutes down the stretch of games. He understands how to play winning basketball, and that's all it really takes. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like it's amazing how we were just able to pull him away from, you know what I mean, from the from the Trailblazers. You know what I mean?
From the Trailblazers,
and we didn't really give anything up. You know what I mean? That was the biggest key for me. It was like it's almost almost handed to us. In a silver platter, and it was just a great move by the front office to bring him in, and he is a Tibbs type guy, and I love his chemistry right now with Brunson and the rest of the team because right now he's gelling with the entire team, not just Jalen Brunson. So appreciate all his efforts to this date. You know what I mean?
100% facts. Very true. He's just been incredible. Like the one of the best. First off, one of the best trade deadline acquisitions that I think the Knicks have made ever. Okay, because we don't make that many of them, and when we do make them, they don't have this much impact. So he's definitely one of the best ever. Of course, the other one is Carmelo Anthony. So hey, you know what I mean? We can't shortchange that. People forget that sometimes. But
right.
Josh Hart's been phenomenal. And speaking of highlight, I thought we switch it up. We know that Josh Hart was the man in this game. He was very important. He did everything. But why don't we take a look at kind of what got us here, what he was doing out there? Because, like I said, he was everywhere. The hustle stats, you can't quantify him. He was cleaning up the glass. He was doing his best Mitchell Robinson impersonation. He was just everywhere, man. So we got Josh Hart is the peak performer of the night, or of the game, if you will, of the last game. And let's take a look.
Nice.
You can see
There you see
getting
him
out there in
running
transition. Look at the alley-oop for
running the floor.
sold. All right. But Josh Hart's there to clean it up. We need I gotta shoot it. 3. Bang. Listen.
Nice.
Johnny on the spot, man. Johnny on the spot. And this is when
But
his ankle was hurting.
he was already hurt. Right.
Look,
right. He was already hurt at that point.
Look at how he's
But just see, it's all hustle. It's all hustle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All hustle. And I love the way he just, like right here, he could have, as a trailer, he could have just gave up on the play thinking that Randers is going to take it himself. He just kept running the floor.
True.
You know what I mean?
Great job by Julius, by the way, by passing it. Oh, look at this. Another by Julius. Who is this guy?
And Julius being patient, right? Like just being patient, allowing the play to develop. Sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but it was effective. And that's the biggest key, allowing the game to come to you, which he didn't do a great job of in the second half, like to start the second half. But, I think he was under better control in the fourth quarter and came down the stretch with some clutch rebounds and defensive stops.
Yeah, incredible, man. Just everywhere. Look at the hustle. Look at just grabbing ball. Like he not only is he getting second chance opportunities for the Knicks, but he's completing them because they're close shots right under the basket. He's putting them right back up, no hesitation.
And
before the
this
defense
is the best part right there.
Adjustment.
That's the best part of his game right there, is that coming down on transition, he's going to take you to the basket. If you aren't going to close up defensively, he's going, you know what I mean? So if you're not going to stop the ball, he'll keep it, and he can score with the best of them. Shoots a high percentage.
We definitely didn't have this, John, before he got here. Like a consistent guy who will take it coast to coast and take a high quality shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or make a high quality playmaking decision, right? Like,
yes, sir.
It's key. Just,
I mean, look, and
heads
of course
up,
we see we see RJ selling again. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, listen, man.
RJ, get it.
Shout out to Josh Hart. Shout out to him for doing the damn thing and then knocking down the 3. Bang. Big shot. Yeah. Limping, hobbled, doing his best Willis Reed, even though he didn't leave and come back, but he was in there. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Super dope.
Yeah. And so I think that this is going to be something that we have to look at with regards to these Knicks, because honestly, if you look at the box score, right? The Knicks didn't play a good basketball game. Honestly, the top to bottom, we didn't have a great game, bro. And we were still able to pull out the victory. You know, just go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, the one big one that stood out for me was Cleveland had so many fast break points against us. You know what I mean? Like they got out.
They did.
You know, we had a lot of turnovers, I should say. Those turnovers led to points by the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I think that's something we have to shore up going into Game 2. We got to be better handling the rock, and then I think and applying the pressure defensively. I think we did a good job of that, and being consistent on the board is something that we did well too. So I think that's what helped us. But those fast break points kind of scare me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I did. Yeah, I think I did. I think I do have a graphic for the game chart. I think in the game chart it might mention the fast break point, but it could be at the bottom, so it may not be there. But we could take a look at the game chart real quick and and see what it looked like. All right, so hopefully you guys out there in TV land, YouTube land, can see that better than John and I, because it's small.
That's dope,
for us,
though, man. I like that you put that graphic. I like that.
Yeah, we try. So, I mean, just looking at how the team comparison shook out, guys. Obviously, Knicks won 101-97. We out-rebounded them 51-38. They had 2 more assists to us than us, 20-18. But I got to tell you, the way the Knicks played and how we weren't clicking on all cylinders, you got to be happy with the outcome of some of these numbers. I mean, the steal game, look, 11 steals to 9. Cleveland is top 10 defense, guys. They're also top 10 offense. And we did a better job than them in this game. 2 blocks to 1. Correct. 2 blocks to 1. They that's a wash. Turnovers 14 to 13. 13 is a solid number for the Knicks. If they can stay 13 or lower, they have a good chance to stay in games and win games. Field goal percentage. This is key too, because 42% from the field as a team is not great, but we kept Cleveland to 43%. So it's within striking distance. That's a very key stat. 3-point percentage. They shot 32%. Not good at all, actually. We shot worse, but the fact that they didn't shoot great is another key. Because how many times have we seen the Knicks play and they may shoot terribly from whatever, the field or from three, but the other team is like incredible. Keeping them closer,
and we don't win those games.
Basketball, right? We don't. So keeping them closer and showing that we giving ourselves a chance to stay in the game and win the game in the end. That's the difference. That's playoff basketball. And here is the stat, guys. This is the one we have been talking about all week. The Knicks need to knock down their free throws. 86.4% to 71%. Let's go. I'm shocked at that personally, but I'm happy. I'm happy they did it, bro. That's huge. I can't believe it.
No doubt. And it was one of those things. I think I seen quickly miss a free throw, and I was concerned. I was like, no, I was concerned because that's been his. He hasn't been the same this season. You know what I mean? This season's been sort of a down year on the free throw side, but he's done everything else well. So you can't really fault him for dropping a little bit in his free throw percentage. He's done everything well. He's defensively, he's gotten better. Offensively, he's gotten better. He's been a better leader off the bench. Even when he had opportunities to start, he's played well. So I think right now, his shooting percentage from the free throw line, I would like to see back to a 90 percentile if he can get it there, but just stay consistent, And it's interesting because he's got a really clean shot from the free throw line. It looks like when he releases it, it's going in every time, but for whatever reason, it tends to skip right out. But yeah, let's hope for the best with this team. Let's hope that we can keep consistency on the free throw line. Let's hope Mitch, if he gets an opportunity to hit the free throw line, that he makes the most of it. But I think everybody else has been doing a solid job there. So RJ Barrett, he hit his, which is great to see. And the more he'll have more opportunities as the series goes on, because I think he's going to be able to at some point find his niche within this game. He's going to find his zone and he's going to exploit his mismatch at some point. So I'm looking forward to that. We need it. We definitely need it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. It's very important for the Knicks to play smart basketball. Whatever we got, that was positive from game one, continue that, but clean up some of the poor play that happened. As a matter of fact, we'll take a look at the box score and see how the Knicks did as far as their shooting and the points, because you can clearly see certain guys had off nights or didn't get a lot of opportunities to really take control of the game and get their games going. But we struggled. I think that's something we can easily clean up. Obviously Cleveland ain't going to make it easy, but there's certain things. Right. I mean, we can't be this bad. Certain guys really struggled, looking at Emmanuel quickly for. Well, you can start with RJ Barrett. Yeah, you're right. 31 minutes, 2 for 12, 16%. Oh boy, RJ, 1 of 5 from 3.
That's a tough shooting night.
It was a tough. He hit his free throws, 2 of 2, but he had 4 rebounds, 6 assists is a nice thing. 4 steals for RJ. So listen, and I know there's been guys. Look,
defensively,
I think we got to calm down. Yeah, I think we got to calm down, guys. In the second half, RJ's game got a little bit more loose. There was certain points where Cleveland exploited him a little bit here in certain areas, right? But there was also.
But he also only had 1 turnover, which is he also
correct. He also had only 1 turnover. And even defense, bro. I was looking at a play in the fourth quarter where he was shading Donovan Mitchell. He ran with him all the way around through a pick. He fought through the screen, and he didn't let Donovan get the ball. And then when Donovan did get the ball, he had Donovan give the ball up quickly because he was right on him. Like he was trying on defense. He was really trying. So I know people want to jump all over RJ, but I mean, he was trying hard, and at certain points in the first half, he played really well, really sound defense. Those 6 assists are important to see from RJ.
Extremely important.
You don't have your shot going, find your teammates. Right. Find your teammates.
And how many rebounds he had?
I think he had.
Did he come away with
4.
any?
Is that
4 rebounds?
I think it was 4. Let's see here.
It's solid.
Yeah, he had 4 rebounds. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And his minutes are what for this game? 31.
31.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So
he's just got to get better on the percentage. His field goal percentage. If he made a couple of those layups, I'm not really concerned about the 3-point shot. I just want to see him make a couple of those layups in mid-range game. Make a couple of those easy buckets. He could easily have at least 12 points here. Or 14 points.
Yeah, just got to clean it up. Clean it up.
Yep.
Look. One thing that was really big for us, right? Julius Randle did not have a great second half, right? But his first half, considering him being off for about 3 weeks, worrying about a tender ankle, was phenomenal. He was fantastic in that first half. I want to give Julius big props because no one really expected him to be that impactful in the first half. His shot was going in. He was hustling. He was looking for his teammates. He had 4 assists. He was passing the ball. And I was like, he's passing the ball in spots that I wasn't expecting him to pass the ball in. He was playing great. Oh, man, it was fantastic to watch. Now, obviously, at the end of the game, he finished 7 for 20, 35%, 3 of 10 from 3, 30%, and he was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. But he had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 19 points. He had 5 turnovers, but he was very active. He was trying to do a lot of different things to help facilitate. So sometimes that happens, but he kept us in the game.
Yeah, I think 3 of those turnovers were in the second half. You know what I mean? Because he was sort of trying to do too much coming off the half, and he was sort of old signs of himself, which is great to have Brunson in right at that point because then Brunson could slow down the game, slow down Julius, and also take command, which is extremely important, which Julius didn't have a couple of years ago, and it was to his own demise, right? But I like the way he also played the intimidator. You know what I mean? Early on, where he came in, he got into a little scuffle, showed up a little bit, got the crowd into it. He becomes like the guy everyone wants to hate in Cleveland, right? And so he took that on head on, and I think I can appreciate that as one of the leaders on your team. You need somebody to carry that, a little, that distaste for another team, or the team themselves can have a distaste for you, which you can get under their skin, and I'm glad that he played it the way he played it. I still think there's some moments in time in this game where we see him chatting a little bit too heavily with the referees, and I get it. He wasn't overly aggressive, but sometimes you just got to play the game. You know what I mean? Let the game speak for you, and then let the rest come as it comes. But other than that, he had a terrific first half, in my opinion, and then coming off the second half, he didn't look so great. Tom did a great job of listen. Can we give it up for Tom Thibodeau? I just want to give it up for. Can we press? Let's put the buzzer for Tom Thibodeau. Let's give a little round of applause or something for Tom Thibodeau, because who would have known? Who would have known that Coach Tom Thibodeau can actually shift his way of thinking come playoff time? Who would have thought that? In-game decision-making has never been seen from us. He's been here 2.5 seasons, 3 years already, and not once have we seen the in-game shift, and he actually did that. It was amazing to see. He played most. What I think who had the most minutes? Was it Julius? Like Julius maybe had like 33 minutes per game for last game.
I think Julius probably had the most.
he shared minutes, man, and I did not see that coming. I expected Julius to play heavy minutes. Even with Jalen Brunson in foul trouble, he was able to go to Quick. Even though Quick didn't have a good game, he was also able to, so mix and match. He also played Brunson with the second team. You know what I mean? Ihart got some really good minutes because of defensive inabilities in the fourth quarter. I would say like you just needed a little bit more hustle. And I think Tom just was on his game, man. And I hope he continues to do that, because if he continues to coach that way, we have an opportunity to really make some noise, even, surpassing the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then maybe making some more noise in the second round if we can, But can't look past the Cavs, though, because the Cavs, they got a lot of talent. And we'll see. We'll see if we actually, stole the first one, and if we could come away with another game, that would be great. So,
very true, very true. Shout out to the chat once again. Dripmore, the still Knick fans barber of choice and the barber of the Knick community is in the building. Let's go. Canal Banlauya is in the building. Salute to you, my brother.
Salute.
And I also see Jiggaman Porto's in the building from Morning Brew
sir.
Sports. That's right. Knicks Morning Brew and Yankees Morning Brew is in the building. Jiggaman, shout out to you, Phil and Hector. Always doing great work. Appreciate you, bro, as always, man. Real takes over fake debates. SB is in the building. What's good, my brother? It was great to see SB.
Hello.
He's a Bulls fan, but he don't hate on the Knicks. He everybody loves him in the Knicks community. We respect him. He chopped it up with me on Saturday. It was real cool. Thank you for jumping in, SB. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, his Chicago Bulls made a nice little run. They just unfortunately, just met a tough component, tough opponent, and they were right there though. They were right there. The valiant effort.
They were right there. Yeah. Ah, boy. Well, so back to the box score. Mitchell Robinson. You look at these numbers, and some people might say, well, he had an okay game. No, Mitchell had a great game, guys. If you watch the game, you realize Mitchell Robinson was everywhere. What you don't see,
effective.
because sometimes, just because you can't get the ball, like you're a little slow or you can't actually reach the ball to get the block, Mitchell Robinson could have had like 4 or 5 blocks in this game. That's how effective he was altering people's shots. He didn't hit the ball, but he did enough that they couldn't get clean looks. I mean, it was almost a resemblance of old Mitch when, Mitch used to run out to guard the 3-point line. Mitch was trying to get everywhere in this game. He was fantastic. Right. I think he took the words of Jarrett Allen as bulletin board material. He definitely wanted to show Jarrett Allen that it's not going to be easy for you, brother. The Knicks played very physical in this game. Julius. They showed a clip of Julius boxing out Evan Mobley on a free throw. I mean, he looked like he was going to put Evan Mobley in the ground. This was really nice to see the Knicks showing that physicality. It was definitely playoff basketball. So
that's going to be huge for us, though, man. Because if you think about it, like that's where we would be. You would say that sort of leans in our favor because we have that. The physicality, right? We got the players with the bulk. You know what I mean? Julius, even though he doesn't have the height that Mobley has, he has the man strength, and Mobley's still coming into his body right now, so he could still bully him away from the rim. You know what I mean? Move him, and just be a pest on the offensive boards and defensive boards, which is important. Because Mobley got game. He's just, he's extremely young and he's still light, and until he starts to gain some muscle, gain a little weight, he won't be ready to bang in there with those, a little bit more solid individuals. But it's super helpful now that Mitch is big too, right? Mitch gained some weight. He looks good down there. So
yeah, that's really great. Real takes over fake debates. SB said, "Don't lie, my Bulls trash." Come on,
Nah,
man.
man.
They got some work to do. They got some work to do.
They
But
got.
I ain't gonna say they trash. But they got some
Listen,
work to
they
do.
did it. They did
do.
good against the Raptors, man. Like you gotta give them credit. They moved past. I didn't have them picked to get past the Raptors, to be honest with you. So, you know what I mean. They proved me wrong as a sports fan. But I think you know, they need a couple of pieces, a couple of missing pieces, right? Lonzo out, a couple of other, you know, key individuals that, you know, so they'll be back. I think they just gotta surround themselves with key defensive individuals and maybe some more shooters, and they'll be all right.
Agreed. Yeah, I think they'll
Yeah,
be
man.
fine.
Shout outs to Dripmore too, man, and like and subscribe his channel as well, man. Go out there and you get a chance after you tune into our show, jump on his show, and it's at Dripmore for them fire, right? Cuts, kicks, and nicks. Okay, definitely gonna do that.
Yes. Yeah, he be lacing dudes. He got some you know, showcased cuts. Looks really good. Dripmore don't play.
So
You don't
that's
fool
what's
around.
up.
Shout out to Boulevard 73 as well. So he says salute to Ron and John. Peace. Shout out to the chat. We got them shook. Yes, we do. They tried. Listen, they saying all types of stuff, bro. They saying one moment they're saying, oh, well, we don't have a lot of playoff experience. They got 82 games of playoff experience. Yes, it's primarily from the same guy. We have 52 games of playoff experience. We're both young puppies when it comes to this, so there's no excuse there. Then they said,
Right.
"Oh, they're too, you know, they're very physical. The refs are allowing them to play." Wasn't your analysis or your game plan for the Knicks? Oh, we got to bang them. We got to make them feel us. We got to make them uncomfortable. Wasn't that your plan? How does it feel when it comes back to bite you in the butt? Huh? When we're doing it to you, how does it feel? Freaking, you got Isaac Okoro, a really good young defensive player, say, "Oh, Jalen Brunson, he tries to steal fouls, putting his body out there and making you." Hello, this is basketball, right? What are we doing here? Don't foul them. Come on, man.
It's so funny.
Yeah, yo, they're whining, B.
Listen, they need to keep. It's the motivation, man. They trying to get the referees on their corner, you know. So anything possible, you're gonna see a lot of that come game 2. You're gonna see a lot, and you know it's funny. You could tell that they're coaching like what's that coach's name? I don't know his name off top, but he was also Bickerstaff. Okay, yeah, like he was out there complaining heavy. You know what I mean? Like, thought Tibbs was out there screaming amok. He was also, you know, looking for calls and complaining, and you know, he just didn't make enough in-game adjustments. I think there was a smart play for them to play Osman, and I'm gonna look at that because I'm sure they're gonna go to that again. But there were key moments in time where Levert played some minutes down the stretch that they were ineffective, right? And so, as a coach, you got to make decisions on the fly. You got to see what the mismatches are, and the guys who are clicking, you got to keep them. Got to give them an opportunity to play, you know, significant minutes. Or you have to draw plays for significant guys like a Garland or something. You know what I mean? But I think the Knicks made all the adjustments, all the right adjustments. You know what I mean? I think Jalen was a leader, MVP of this team. You know what I mean? Sort of captain of this team. He pretty much took it on his shoulders and said, "Look, we're gonna ride this wave. I know I made a mistake down the stretch. Don't worry about it, Tibbs. I got the next one," and showed improved. And that's key when you talk about a leader. You know, having leadership. That's a leadership quality right there. Jalen Brunson's that guy.
Yep, I agree. Beautiful thing to watch, man. I'm happy we are in a situation where other teams are complaining about what we're doing to them. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Cam from the Kickback is in the building. Salute. He says, salute Ron and John. SKF fam, salute the whole chat. Game 2 got us all hopefully for a quick end to this series. Knicks in 4. Listen, man, if Knicks in 4 happens, that'd be great. You know, I still think it's Knicks in 6, but honestly, I'll be happy with Knicks in 5. If we can win game 2, that'll go a long way. Yeah, that'll go a long way. So that would be great. That would be fantastic. So the other thing that I think is very interesting, right? Because we already knew what Cleveland was. Cleveland got 38 points from Donovan Mitchell. We knew he was going to get his, and we wanted him to get it. Well, at least I did, and a lot of other Knicks fans were like, let Donovan go, get his, and let's lock down everybody else. Because when you get these other guys getting comfortable, and when Donovan has more
weapons around.
When he has more lanes to move the ball around and get these other guys shots, it could be a problem. So they were able to do a good job of that. They kept Garland to, I think, 17 points, or it was 19. I think it was 17. And that's this beautiful thing. So, and they don't really have a lot of offensive firepower to begin with. They got a couple guys who can score, but they're not consistent. The Knicks,
but they got shooters, it was the shooters. Well, remember we talked about this. They have the shooters. They just were ineffectively using them. You know what I mean? And that was the key. And I love that they weren't able to catch on to the mismatches defensively, or catching on to the schemes that we were pushing in front of them, because there were a few moments that had open shots and they didn't fall for them, and they sort of went away from that. And that was the key as well to our success. So, you know, like, they're going to make in-game adjustments. Dean Wade was the guy I was confusing with Kevin Love, but that guy can shoot if they give him the opportunity. You know what I mean? So it's just, and Osman is another guy who can play sort of very similar to, sort of a Mike Miller type player who can do a little bit of everything, you know, can facilitate, can shoot the jump shot, you know. And if they're able to utilize him and not lean on Donovan Mitchell, maybe they'll have a stronger shot at it, but at winning the game. But, you know, the Knicks just got to keep making adjustments, you know what I mean? Seeing what they have in front of them, and I just think we got the right core of players right now, and they're all bought in. You know, Obi Toppin bought in defensively. RJ Barrett's, you know, bought in defensively. Quickly, you know, iHeart, they're all like bought in. And it's like Tibbs talks about everyone being in the string. It's important. Even if you let up a little bit and you give a couple of open threes, you're able to come back and get some stops when you need it. You know what I mean? And that's big for this Knicks year. This entire season has been that way for the Knicks. So I'm expecting to see more of that as we move into the next couple of games.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, you know, and you know, one of the biggest concerns that I just wanted the Knicks to go out there and continue to play Knick basketball. Don't change up just because you're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers and Donovan Mitchell and what they've done this season. And don't change up because you're in the playoffs. Just play the same game you've been playing. The Knicks, listen, Knicks are a good team, guys. You know, sometimes fans get a little full on themselves with their teams. You know, New York and Philadelphia are notorious. We get a little crazy. But the Knicks are good. The Knicks won a game in which Cleveland's complaining about all these different things that happen, right? And Cleveland didn't play their best game. They didn't. But the Knicks didn't play their best game either. Like, Quentin Grimes had 5 points. Emmanuel Quickly had 3 points. I mean, are we serious? If I was Cleveland, I'd be terrified. Literally, they're not going to be, because they're a team. They know what they can do. But I would be kind of like, yo, the Knicks beat us. They were physical to us. They were, you know, stronger on the glass. They hustled harder than us. They didn't even shoot well. Guys struggled. RJ struggled. Grimes struggled. Quickly struggled. Randall struggled in the second half. And we still beat them. Listen, if I was Cleveland, I'm telling you, Cleveland better worry. I know other people are like, the Knicks ain't that. Listen, the Knicks are good. You better stop sleeping on the Knicks, man. Stop sleeping.
And Jalen Brunson being in foul trouble, like you were saying earlier, is like, you know, early he was in foul trouble. To come back and play the kind of significant minutes he did, can you imagine him playing without being in foul trouble? Yeah, it's definitely, they're gonna have to play a better game in order to get us, you know, and in order for them to get one, they're gonna have to play a better game. Right now, we just gotta be consistent in our play.
And in essence, what you saw was how important Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle are. But they were so important that they held us down at different times. First half was Julius. Brunson wasn't a factor. Second half was Brunson. Julius wasn't a factor. Imagine if both of them are playing well. Imagine if you get something from RJ, and then the stuff we've seen from
or
Quickly
Grimes.
and
Man.
And I also do want to give a shout out to another guy who, we talked about Hartenstein played well. In his minutes, he did a very good job out there. But another guy who played very well and has been getting a lot of flack all season. In his limited minutes, Obi Toppin played well. Obi Toppin played well. So shout out to
scared me with
Obi.
that first air ball. I was like, oh, come on.
I know. I was like, yo, Obi, this is the playoffs, B. Get it together.
I love that he talked about it after. Like, I think he did like this most recent interview. I think I caught a glimpse of it. He talked about his missed air ball to begin. I think it was during a press conference. He ended up talking about the missed jump shot, the missed 3-pointer. But then he was able to, score a couple of more buckets. The fast break points, like you were saying, right, Ron? It's like it's key for his growth. You know what I mean? It's another element that most teams don't expect from a New York Knicks team. And if he could get out and play consistently the way he did this last game, the rest of the series, 14 to 15 minutes a game, man, that's a plus whatever. I don't know what his plus and minus was, but I'm sure it was pretty high.
Yeah, and I don't have a slide for this, guys, but let me just say it so you guys know the difference. I already mentioned earlier the Knicks out rebounded Cleveland 51-38, but the points in the paint was 44-40 in favor of the Knicks. So that's good. We weren't shooting that great, but we were getting shots in the paint, good opportunities, and we capitalized on them. Second chance points was huge, 23-12 in favor of the Knicks. So that was big. And then as John was just saying, as far as, what we talked about with Obi, we didn't go crazy, but fast break points was 17-15 in favor of the Knicks. So when you lead in these type of categories and you're playing sound defense, making it uncomfortable for the team, and you're playing physical and out rebounding them, it's a recipe for winning. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh man. I'm just it's too much. I'm too excited. Too excited. I see we got a couple people in the chat. Shout out to Jay Boogie in the building. What's good, Jay Boogs? Listen, we got some new hot fire from Jay Boogie. We're gonna play that to close the show, so stay tuned for that. Jay Boogie, he hyped too. You got to give you some Nick talk.
Oh yeah, he's got to drop some. He's got to drop. He's got to drop some more.
Also, shout out to Ron Cleveland in the building. Man.
Appreciate you.
Yes. Good to see you, brother. Victor Rivera is in the building. He said, salute. Looking for an RJ bounce back, and Hart was that unlikely hero. So look for another unlikely hero tomorrow. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. I hear you.
Hey, here's a question for you, Ron. If iHeart is out, do you think we see Deuce come in and play some significant minutes?
I definitely think so. See, this is the flexibility and the beautiful thing about having a guy on the bench like Deuce, who if nothing else, he's going to come in and play defense. So that's good. That's a positive for the team. It's not like you're going to bring somebody in. No offense, not like you're going to bring in Fournier, who you hoping that he may give you some 3-point shots, 3-point shooting. But his defense may be suspect, and somebody else on the opposing team could go off. At least bringing in Deuce. If his shot is there, great. But if he doesn't really score, his defense will be something that the Knicks can rely on to help him. It's very important in the playoffs.
Especially for key
we're in a good spot.
You need. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're in a good spot. Boulevard 73 says RJ is going to do well. I think so too. Honestly, I don't think that is going to be what's the probability that you think that RJ is going to have another horrible shooting day and that Quickly is going to finish with 3 points and Grimes is going to have 5? I don't think that all is going to happen again. So I think something's going to something's going to turn around.
If it isn't RJ, I think some of the other kids are going to be able to show up and have an opportunity to prove, that they're in the. It's really just, I think they all played the game well enough to win and to play consistent minutes. I just think they were just ineffective with their offensive side of their game yesterday, and that's going to come, when you're playing in the playoffs, it's a different type of energy. So sometimes you got too much excitement, too much testosterone built up, and, you don't always, get that energy off on the right way. You know what I mean? Or you're a little, your shot isn't going to fall because you're a little bit too aggressive with your form, or your where your release point is a little bit off, just because of the excitement of a game. But the more they'll play into the series, the more things will slow down for them, and I think they'll start becoming more consistent. It's going to be very difficult to see a probability of all three of those players not playing well, for the rest of the series. I think, I'll take those odds any day, especially with Quick and Grimes, you know what I mean, shooting wise. I think they'll turn it around. RJ, I think he has that intestinal fortitude to always look to sort of a bounce back game, and even if he doesn't shoot it well, I think him driving to the basket could potentially get him opportunities at the line, and he just has to knock them down from the line. And
right,
you'll never know. He'll end up with 16 to 20 points,
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. I agree. I think guys are going to come out and play even better. Now, in fairness, I do expect Cleveland to play better as well. I think you might see a little bit more impact from, Cedi Osman and Karis LeVert, sure. But Dean Wade. But most importantly, the guy that I'm really concerned about, the one to watch, is I think
Garland.
He realizes. Yes, I think if not him himself, the coach or whoever, the coaching staff is going to be like, Garland, you got to be more aggressive. We need your scoring because you will help Donovan. Because if Donovan, you just never know. Like, he might have a bad shooting game, but for the most part, you got to pencil him in for like 25 to 30.
Yeah. Well, actually, 20. He's more a little higher, right? He's more like 28 to 38. I know.
Yeah, because the average is 28. So you got to.
This season, he's been, putting up some numbers.
Pencil him in for 30 to 40. Yeah.
He's around there, 30, 35, something like that.
Yeah, he's averaging 28.7 on the season, something like that. Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
The key is Garland. The key for that team is Garland, right? Like you're just saying right now, It's like Garland. If they're able to figure out a way to keep Garland effectively getting into the paint, hitting the mid-range, being affecting the game offensively, they can definitely open the, opportunities for Osman and for even Mobley to work in the paint one-on-one, which he didn't really get an opportunity to do because we close out really well. What we do well is, cover the paint area. So we kind of force our other teams to shoot them way out of games, and hopefully that'll keep benefiting us. I think we as a team need to be better at getting out to the three-point line because that's what I feel the most. It's like teams that shoot it well will ultimately become victorious against us. So I just want to make sure we close out better defensively to the three-point line and make sure we, are not giving up easy buckets or, buckets on the opposite end of the defense. Like usually they'll swing the ball around and you'll have someone double or trapping, which doesn't make sense. Sometimes you just over trap, and I don't think the Knicks need to do that.
Right. Agreed. Yeah, I don't think whatever the game plan was from game one, unless it's broke, you don't fix it. I'd say you continue to play that same way going into game two. Let Cleveland make an adjustment that we don't know if it's going to work or not. Let them make an adjustment, and then if there's a drastic change, Thibodeau will make a change at halftime, right? He'll adjust himself. But if not,
he's shown to do that.
Yeah. I feel confident in saying that I think he will do it now. It's incredible. I can't believe it. Who's this guy?
I'm telling you. He's worked with the young kids. He's got them ready. You know what I mean? Like he's played the young kids. He's got them ready. It's like a whole transformation right in front of our eyes. It's crazy.
Maybe it's the fact that Julius is playing well. Brunson has been fantastic. Brunson gives him that high IQ type of basketball player that he's been missing on the court. that keeps him in games. And then the addition of Josh Hart and what he brings to the table, the hustle, the grit that he gives, and it spills off on these other guys. I think Tibbs is just like, okay, well, let me coach the right way or try to make these adjustments that I should be making because I got warriors now. I got horses in the stable. Let's go.
Right. He got guys he can go into the trenches with for sure. 100%. Everyone's bought in. Everyone's locked in. They want to win. They want to play for this team, and that's the key. They want to win for this team. They want to win in New York. All of them, every single one of them. Even Fournier, even though he's not playing a major part, and Derrick Rose, they want to win here in New York. They want to be a part of a winning culture and a winning team. So I appreciate that 100%. And Tibbs, I appreciate him for just making an adjustment. I'm being clearly one of those individuals who said, I think he's good for today. I may not think he's good. I said, I don't think he's good for tomorrow. I don't think he's good for a championship run, but I could be wrong. Right. And he's proving me wrong right now. So he keeps doing this. I'm going to give him all the flowers in the world. And, I'll take back what I said. You know what I'm saying? And listen, got to give props where props is due. I just hope he continues to do that, right? Continue to do that. Continue to coach the way he's been coaching right now. And there's no one who's going to argue because the facts is in the pudding, right? The facts is what it is. It comes with wins. And that's what this team is about, getting wins.
We'll take it as long as he keeps doing the right thing, the thing he should be doing. We'll be very happy. That's all you can ask for. The players have to do their job. As long as Tibbs does his job and puts the players in the right position, then they'll take it from there. I'm happy. I'm excited. So far, so good. So far, so good. So a couple things before we get out of here. First off, shout out to Jay Boogie. Thank you for the generous super chat, my guy. He says, Friday's my born day. I'm not turning 55. Okay. I'm turning double Nick. I'll be at game 3 and 4. Pull up on me. I'll be celebrating a major release. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Happy early birthday to you. I'm going to holler at you on Friday anyway. But happy early birthday to you, man. Definitely enjoy it, brother. You deserve it. Double Nick is nice, man. I don't like the phrase because it reminds me of that dude, that number 23 with the red uniform. But let's not think about him. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Jay Boogie. And happy for you, man. Another year around the world. So that being said, I think what would this show be if we're going to talk about the peak performer? We're going to have to get into the what were you thinking, right? Because, we had a moment. Yeah. But before we get into that, before we get into that, I did want to say, I don't like to speculate, but sometimes when the writing's on the wall and it's in front of your face, you're going to have to speculate because that's fun. It's fun. And a lot of people are starting to speculate because the NBA is a fluid situation. Anything could happen. You never know, right? John Morant hurts himself. George gets hurt out for the series. Giannis hurts his back. We don't know how serious that is. I think he'll be okay, but still it's going to affect him. We don't know, right? Tyler Hero breaks his hand.
Fingers, right? Fingers.
Yeah.
2 of them.
There's stuff that's happening, guys. Anything could happen. The road to the championship or to at least the Eastern Conference Final may be opening up for these New York Knicks. I don't want to get ahead of myself. The Knicks still got to play and get past Cleveland. But there's stuff that's opening up in a certain way, or at least there's a slight little window that anything can happen. So look. Let's hope for the best. This is why you play the games.
This is why you play the games.
You never know, bro.
You never know, right? There was what was it? When Miami made it in the bubble, right? It was one of those seasons where it's like things just even materialized the way they did,
Even when we got knocked out in the first round by Atlanta went to the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Anything can
Who would have thought
You're
that?
in the playoffs. You got to play one game at a time. One game at a time, and you go out to play to win, and you got to be focused. And that's the key. The key is whatever team is most prepared and the most focused and gelling at the right time could eventually become a champion. You know what I mean? It helps when you have an MVP type caliber player. And right now, our MVP type caliber player is Jalen Brunson. He is our superstar. Let's not get it twisted. let's start looking at him in that fashion. I think a lot of folks right now we were tempted by having Donovan Mitchell here, right? And it was a strong possibility. He himself thought he was going to be a Knick. But now that he's not here, and now that we've seen a full season with Jalen Brunson, we got to give the guy his flowers, right? We got to give him his just due. He is an MVP type caliber player, and he is going to be an all-star player. So let's start. He is our star. He is our superstar, and let's start treating him like one. So we keep treating him like one. He's going to start showing and proving. You know what I mean?
It's a fact. Like, I don't like to throw the superstar thing around
No,
until
he's
guys
that,
really. No, I know that until guys show me that they've earned it. But I think Jalen Brunson, it's just crazy. The dude wasn't an all-star. He's more than an all-star. He's relentless. He's efficient. He's got a bulldog mentality, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, he can make a mistake here and there. He's not perfect, but he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So dude, I don't know how we got here, bro, but I'm happy. I'm happy we got it. What a move. Listen, I got to tell you about it. When it's all said and done, no matter what the Knicks do from this point forward, we all had a rough year. Okay, we criticized the Knicks for a lot of different things, and it's well-deserved. Some of these players did some things that didn't look right. The coaching staff, Tibbs, did some stuff at times that didn't make sense. But the players are playing
the front
better.
Office,
guys who
also
the front. I'm just gonna get there. Tibbs is coached better, and the front office. Some of these moves they have made have been huge. So we got to look at it and call it. Listen, we're a harsh bunch over here in New York, but in the end, these guys are doing good. Everybody from top to bottom, they're doing all right. Can't complain.
Because you think about it, like a year ago, because you think about it, a year ago when we were looking at what the Knicks were doing front office wise, like why you aren't chasing Halliburton, why you're not, you went with Obi when you had two guys, you know what I mean, and then you went and got a late first rounder. You moved back in the draft to get Quickly, and you got Quickly, and then you get, and the following year you move away further down the line, you get Grimes, and then second round pick Deuce McBride, and it's like, who are these guys? You may know a little bit about them, but they weren't sort of high on anyone's radar. And now they're maturing to the players who they thought they would have, and they are those players. And so for that, to be analytical, you actually did your job. You know what I mean? Like, that's what front offices are paid to do, to make those decisions, to make those moves. And then it's up to the coaches to help develop those players into what they want them to be for this particular team that they're in. You know what I mean? And I think they've done a fantastic job this season because the proof is in the pudding, man.
100%.
We're here. Everyone's providing some something, some substance, you know what I mean, of winning. So
it's a fact. Shout out to the chat. Brew Crew Sports is in the building. This is the second Brew Crew Sports, man, but Hector is ending. Shout out to my guy Heck. Appreciate you. I gave you guys a shout out earlier, but once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, subscribe, comment, like, head on over to Brew Crew Sports and show them some love, man. Great content. You got Yankees Morning Brew and Knicks Morning Brew on the same network. What do you want? Huh? Maybe Mets Morning Brew. Oh, okay, I said too much. Whatever. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway,
that's nice. That's coming. I'm sure that's coming soon. That's probably in the works.
Yeah. Maybe one day I might dib a dabble, but I don't know. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you might. It's a lot.
162 games, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Anyway, so guys, listen. I don't feel bad about this at all. We like to talk about the what were you thinking and get into, the turnover stuff that may be kind of funky, right? But the fact is we won the game, and in the end it didn't matter. But my guy Emmanuel Quickly, he had a series of some wild turnovers. And I got to tell you, it's the playoffs. Quick, don't do that no more, brother. These passes was nuts. You got to cut it out. Oh, look at this. Oh, what? I mean, so quick. You didn't even see it. Look at this pass. I'm about to make my move. Quickly penetrating. Let me throw it
Yeah,
up in the air. To who?
Cross
Come
court.
on, you
Cross
can't
court.
do that in the playoffs. Look at this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, he's
wasn't even
throwing
looking.
lollipops. Come on. Look at this pass. Oh, intercepted by Donovan. Quick, what are we doing? Come on. What were you thinking? This is the playoffs, bro. Come on. This is basically the what were
Play
you
to your
thinking
strengths,
playoff
man.
edition. Yeah, I think he was just trying to make something happen, but this is not the way to go about doing it. Not the way.
Listen, man, sometimes the moment gets big and you got to slow it down. You got to slow yourself down. And that's the key. That's where coaching comes in, right? You notice that the players, sort of off his game, you start making moves. You start pulling people out, putting people in who are ready for the big moment or who are making sound decisions. And then you go with those guys down the stretch, as we clearly see, we went with a different roster coming down the stretch, and quickly found his stuff on the bench after these couple of plays.
But it's okay. Listen, quickly still a playoff baby when it comes to experience out there. He was with us, a couple years ago, but still, it's really all new for him as well. These guys are all learning on the fly, and as much as look at how different this Knicks team is this year. How we criticized, Thibodeau for not playing these young guys and giving the experience and putting them in the fire. They're all in the fire this year. Oh, baby, beautiful! It's beautiful. I don't know. I'm on cloud nine. It's incredible.
Oh man, it's crazy. You just hit like the metaverse or something. It's just it's all out.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, it was like the backdrop. It was like that crazy. It was like the metaverse crazy. It was do.
It's like when Kim Kardashian broke the internet. Sorry, I don't want to tell you why she broke the internet. But anyway, listen. I think I just broke my internet. That's what happened. My enthusiasm. I'm too hype. Anyway, yeah. So, guys, once again, it is great time for us as Knicks fans. Tomorrow, we're gonna go into Game 2. These Cleveland Cavaliers, hopefully with the same game plan, just go out there, play our game, hit them with the physical, make them adjust, and if they do it well, then we will, monitor the situation and hopefully do our own adjustments. But if not, then you know what? We might have a good chance at taking another one in Cleveland and then coming back to the Garden up 2-0. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Number 2. Let's get number 2. One game at a time.
Yeah, man. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. John, any final words, my brother?
Well, let's close this out like we always do, man. Shout outs to the chat. Peace and blessings to all you and your families. I am looking forward to the next one and this next game coming up tomorrow. Peace and blessings. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
There you go. All right, guys. Before we get out of here, stay tuned because we got a new joint from Jay Boogie. Some more hot fire. Don't let the grease hit you. Too hot in the water. Hot tub. Sorry. I was watching Saturday Night Live the other day, and I just, Eddie Murphy was doing the James Brown. Come on, man. I'm not that old. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Come on. Anyway, all right. So, as I always say, guys, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans will be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly, Thursday nights for the NBA Report on NBK, Nothing But Knicks at 8 p.m., or on Saturdays at 11 a.m. for Know the Ledge with yours truly. You know how we do it. And shout out once again to Dub for all his work, helping put the intro together, the voiceover, and what he does with the editing as well. Shout out to John for doing his part and putting the intro together with the video clips and the second part of the intro with that fire track. You hear it. And also, shout out to our guy, Jose, off on his own, doing bigger and better things, but he's still SKF. Man, you seen him in the chat showing love. We miss you, brother. Hope you're doing well out there, man. You're always going to be SKF. We're going to get you back somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Anyway. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. We're going to take you out of here with some some new music from J Boogie. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. Listen to this track and enjoy whatever tomorrow brings, man, because I think tomorrow's going to be another good day. I just have a good feeling about it. I hope so. All right, we out of here.
Later.
Just for the real starters, you know, the ones that show up, not the ones that just, you know, sit on the sideline when they okay to play. Just for the real ballers, y'all know what time it is. You gotta be in playoff mode. If you ain't in playoff mode, that means you at the crib or sit down and watch mode.
Are you a baller player sitting on the bench? No manager season, how many games you miss? I show up, my shoot around, take no games off, take no days off, take my shades off. Baller,
I see you watching,
but you ain't showing up for every game. How you say you a baller?
I put this work in,
but your play don't rep your name.
What's his name?
Big 30, I'm two-time that all-star. Back when Utah, next up the playoffs. You see the squad right now, we in a good mood. I'm 3/4 plus taped up with some Kobe shoes. This time around the season, the league on a big fella work. I'm locked in for the season. My point guard already killed the dude and went to Cleveland. A couple of dudes like Max, yeah, they still hating. That's why they squad just made it for the play-in. I'm two-stepping with my handle, my black Tom Fords, I'm on my Kodak Randall. You can't say your boy ain't doing my thing. I fade away with the winner, might bring, call it the bang bang. It's on now, playoffs, we in a stretch run. I called Cali, said Boogie, you got another one?
Are you a baller player sitting on the bench? No manager season, how many games you miss? I show up, my shoot around, take no games off, take no days off, take my shades off. Baller,
I see you watching,
but you ain't showing up for every game. How you say you a baller?
I put this work in,
but your play don't rep your name.
It feels good to a dad to see his kid smile. A frost glow, my wrist peak, my purple dial shining. Right now I'm on my grind. Before I go, gotta ask Jalen, you want some wine? That wrist game stay flicking, old spray water, splash. Most trades in the first quarter, popping. Right now, city on bright, high beams, Madison Square Garden lights. With no pressure and clutch moments with free throws. I'm knocking both of them down from Topo Chico. My only injury report, they say I'm probably suiting up, playing tonight probably. A lot of dudes be really taking them games off. I can't go tell coach scratch my name off. It's so good when kids fans, they know your name. Them paid tickets plus photos after every game.
Are you a baller player sitting on the bench? No manager season, how many games you miss? I show up, my shoot around, take no games off, take no days off, take my shades off. Baller,
I see you watching,
but you ain't showing up for every game. How you say you a baller?
I put this work in,
but your play don't rep your name.
It's money time, that means we playing through all injuries. Regular season's over, this money time. And don't worry about how many trades I be putting up. I be knocking them down because I'm confident in them. And every trade I hit is a donation for the young ones coming up. You heard?
But your play don't rep your name.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.